All right, you go to the second video. I don't know why it's so dark in this room. Hold on. Why it's so dark? You go to the second video about why I want to become a cop in a time where cops are frowned upon and all the other shit like that. And it's very simple for the benefit. You know, all these people screaming "fuck the police" and all this shit like that. What are they doing? I don't never see no doctors out there in the protest line screaming "fuck the police." I don't never see no CEOs or none of that shit out there in the front line screaming "fuck the police." The only people that are screaming "fuck the police" are people who the public deem impoverished. Which to them, you know, money make the world go round. If you ain't got no money to make nothing move, really what you're doing, you know, them allowing you to protest and all this shit like that, they're really trying to appease you because what people do is they don't keep up with the laws. And then when the police do something within their right, and the people have not kept up with the laws, and they believe that you know the old laws are still in place, they feel like it's wrong. Like right now, everybody's so worried about Charlie Sheen getting AIDS, but they didn't know that they passed the bill saying that the police is no longer, no longer needs a warrant to search your house. So if a police, you know, goes to somebody and search their house and find somebody resisting and they pull a gun out and you know the police end up killing the person, they'll get mad at the police for saying, well, you had no, if you never would have searched the house, you never would have found the guy with the gun and you never would have killed him. Black Lives Matter. You know, here's why. You know what I mean? Here's why I think it's a good idea to be a cop. Okay, most people here, especially in this state, the median income, if I'm saying this right, is 20,000. Okay, that means most people that live in this motherfucker only make 20,000 a year. Now, this not include. This is like total. This is not including taxes. This is not including rent, child support, water, car note, none of that. By the time all of that, everything's all said and done, realistically, you only spent about $2,000 a year on yourself. Okay. Now, what I'm looking at here, I'm not even looking at the camera. What I'm looking at here is police recruits make about 50,000 a year. When you're a full-fledged officer, it goes up to 66, and then your pay increase depending on what degree you have. Now, the recruit is possibly before the degree. It depends on the person, you know. So, so a full-fledged police officer makes 66,000 a year. That's damn near, let's see, $40,000 more than what the average person out there standing in the middle of the motherfucking street is making. Okay, they would only have to, well, it says here they have to work 30 years, but depending on what state you in, whatever like that, you'd only have to work 20. Now they're trying to raise the retirement age. If you're watching, the 72, they're fighting to raise the retirement age to 72 because they said people are living longer and they're outliving their retirement. So if you start working at 18 and you can't retire to 72, you got over 60 years to go. Versus them, they only got 30. They got half the time. So even if I become a cop now, I'd retire at 59 or possibly 50, depending on where I go versus you. You got to work till you're 72. And they get what? Full salary pension after 20 or 30 years of service. They get annual cost of living increase. They get off-duty employment. They get a bonus for being bilingual. They got potential early retirement. Holiday bonus pay. They can carry a gun almost wherever they go. And they got excellent medical, dental, and vision coverage and a 4-day work week. And they say they have the potential salary in between $40,000 to $100,000 a year. Okay. Now this is not including the person. This is not including these motherfuckers I see out here getting free shit, getting discounts on shit simply because they're a cop. You know what I mean? You get 20% off on houses and all this other shit like that, you know. So I want you to think long and hard about this. You know what I mean? It's not about what they're doing. Plus, let me say this. Who better has to know the law than a motherfucking cop? You know, all these people, I was like, you know, you worried about what's right and what's wrong. Who better know what's going on than the inside man? We all talking from word of mouth. We all hearing all the police doing this wrong, the police doing that wrong. I said if most black people became cops, we know exactly what the fuck is going on. But it's taboo. It's taboo. You know? So we sitting out here, we trying to fight the government blind. We trying to fight the government, not knowing that the government's actually playing by the rules that they made. They haven't really changed it. Even if they did change it, the police officers know about it. The people down at the courthouse know about it, but your black ass don't because you don't watch the news. You on World Star, you on whatever the fuck else. You worried about Charlie Sheen, you worried about Kim Kardashian, you worried about Kobe Bryant's jump shot, but you not paying attention knowing that it's perfectly legal for a cop to shoot a fleeing suspect. In some states, they done passed that law. So you wonder why I shot on that video. The little boy was selling weed. He ran. The cop pulled out the gun and shot him 3 times in his back. Now he did have the option to either let him run, chase him down, or shoot him. He chose to shoot him, but still, that was his option to pick, according to the law in his state. He chose to shoot the motherfucker. Now, whether he shot him because he was black or whatever like that, still, the law protects him, even if he was racist or not. The law protects him, saying that, well, he did run from an officer. Officers are allowed to shoot a fleeing suspect in some states. So y'all screaming this Black Lives Matter. Clearly, the motherfucker's dealing drugs on TV. Dealing drugs, and he ran from the police. The police shot him. Now y'all saying let him deal the drugs. That's just like that the leader of the Bloods in that one state had a shootout with the police, and you know he gang banging and he got killed by the police and they screaming Black Lives Matter. What was he supposed to do? Keep letting them gang bang? Keep letting them do whatever the fuck you ought to shot his ass to? You know? Or he would have got me. So I want everybody to think about this. You know, we live in a country based off of laws and systems. You know what I mean? And I think it's very beneficial if black folks started becoming cops, not to become some government agent, but to know what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? If you had a brother or a cousin that was a cop, he could tell you what you can and can't do. It's illegal to be intoxicated in public, but motherfuckers walking down the street drunk. There's a lot of shit that we do that's illegal on a day-to-day basis, and police officers let us slide because of this ignorance. But I think we should get smart and wise up, and we should know the laws of the land. We should know the layout of the land. Who better knows the law of the land than a motherfucking cop? On top of that, let me get to the other side of being a cop. Cops, it's a progressing field. If you choose to stay a cop for 30 years, that's you. But you know, they got badges. They got sergeants, lieutenants, whatever the fucking case may be, sheriffs, detectives. You know, you can take it a step further and be a judge. It's a lot of judges that were former police officers and stuff like that. It's an ever-growing field. It's just like the military. If you don't want to take your ass over to Iraq, I suggest you slap a badge on your chest. You know what I mean? You could be a paper pusher. You could be out there on the streets. You can get to know people. So you got to really sit down and think about this besides thinking about the racist aspect of it. If I'm fighting the enemy, I would like to know about the enemy. Before you play a video game, you learn how the buttons work. But a motherfucker will turn on the video game, not knowing how the buttons work, and then sit up there and say that the game's broke because they don't know how to play it. Who better to learn how to play this game? Who better to teach the children about the laws of the land, about what's going on, what's a red zone, what to do, what not to do, than a motherfucking cop? It's his job to learn that. And it's strength in numbers. So even if there was a crooked politician, there are people who know the laws of the land stand together, they can get their politician removed. Go down there and arrest his ass. You got proof. So I might elaborate on it a little bit later, but you know, if my music don't work out, I'm making this video now in case my music do work out. If I manage to, you know, drop the weight and whatever the case may be, but that's my contingency plan. I thought about it. I thought about being a trucker, but do I really want to be out in a truck in the winter, you know, driving 24 hours a day and being paid, you know, 20 cents a mile? Do I really want to do that? I have to sit down and think about it. Do I really want to stay in this factory? Do I really want to go work for Walmart, McDonald's? What else is there? I don't want to be a doctor, you know. I don't want to be a car salesman. You know, I'm not good at talking people out of their money. You know, charging somebody, you know, $30,000 for something that's only worth $10,000. You know, I'm not that type of hustler. You know. So what fields can you do? What avenues can you take where you can, you know, have yourself a decent life and prosper. Now, I said I told my ex-girlfriend, I said I'd rather die a decorated officer, where my funeral I get the folded flag and 21 gun salute. I'd rather die a decorated officer. I'd rather for my daughter to look at all my plaques and all my badges on the wall than die a Walmart worker. Than die a foundry worker. The only thing I got left after I die is my boots, my work boots. Because I believe some racist boundary. Because I feel because I'm black, I can't cross that line. You find the most success doing things that you don't want to do. You got to do things you don't want to do to get where you need to go. Do I want to chase motherfuckers down, arrest motherfuckers? No. But do I want to start off making damn near double or triple what these average motherfuckers make? Hell yeah. Let's do some mathematics. 66,000 a year. Okay, let's do some mathematics. 66,000 a year. Even after taxes, you still bring home about what, 55. It's 52 weeks in a year. You know what I mean? So you making a little bit more than 1,000 a week take home, which is 4,000 a month. What can you do with 4,000 a month? In my personal opinion, in the neighborhood I live in, you couldn't fuck that off if you wanted to. You can get a Tempur-Pedic, flat screen TV, and all that shit. You can lay your house out and still have money left over. As a poor black man from the ghetto, what can you do with $4,000 a month of expendable income? Let's do some math. $4,000 a month. So even if you was in an apartment and your rent was $600 out of $4,000 a month, that still leave you with $3,400. Okay. All right, so you got $34,000 and then, your rent's paid. Okay, so let's include gas, electric, cable, which is a combined income, gas, electric, cable, Wi-Fi, whatever like that. That should all be in a combined income of $300. So you still got $3,100 left over. So all your bills are paid, right? And you still got $3,000 left over to fuck off if you wanted to. Now, you can save that money and put it up. Now, most houses require a 10% down payment in order to get the house. Most houses, if you wanted a house. Now, what does that mean? That means for a $400,000 house, all you would need is what, $40,000. But you pocketing $3,000 a month, so it'll take you a little less than a year. If you're smart with your money, if you budget it, if you flip it or whatever like that, if you make investments, it'll take you less than a year to even get into that house. Now, I personally don't want to owe somebody $400,000, but I'm saying if that's the route you want to go, it should take you less than a year. Now, granted, that's just you. Now, if you got a wife or something, if you got a down-ass girlfriend or something, and she's bringing home an extra $2,000, so you mean to tell me between the two of y'all got anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 a month between the two of y'all, and you telling me you broke? You telling me you can't do nothing with that? You telling me that's chump change? For poor black people, maybe for the upper class, maybe for the rich. But for a motherfucker that grew up on hot dogs and top ramen, that's damn good money. Go to the grocery store, I won't have to use the calculator to add up what I'm throwing in the cart. Just throw whatever in the cart. Go to the mattress store, go to the furniture store. The most expensive piece of furniture in Ashley around here is probably like $3,000, a $3,000 couch. But you got 6 in your pocket just for that month. Couches normally last 10 to 15 years, depending on how you take care of it. Let's do some math. Let's think about this. Be smart about this. Stop being all this black power shit and all stuff like that. Because truth be told, if anything happened to your black ass, these niggas outside ain't finna do shit for you but march. If black folks ran up in a white neighborhood and killed half the white people, we'd be some dead niggas. They will hunt us the fuck down. But white folks come into a black neighborhood and kill half the black people. Oh, that ain't right. Call Jesse Jackson. That ain't right. And they know that about us. Why not learn the laws of the land? Why not learn the laws? Why not learn when you can shoot a motherfucker? Then you wonder how George Zimmerman got off, because he knew exactly when to shoot a motherfucker. And he got off, what, two or three times? And we screaming Black Lives Matter, it ain't right. No. He knew the laws of the land. He knew he was allowed to kill that boy. And that's how he got away. I'm just saying.